Hey everyone, this is Dr. Fish. All right, so just wanted to introduce this product to you, VexHub. I, before VexHub, I was a huge fan of Flicky AI. I'm still a fan of it, but I have switched from Flicky over to VexHub. Kind of played around with VexHub for maybe the last, 3 months or so. And I've been with Flicky probably for about 8 months. Now, the challenge with Flicky, and I'm not downgrading Flicky, I think it can work for individuals who don't make as many videos as I do. Um, I make a lot of videos on a daily basis for my channels. I have a kids educational channel. It's called Giggle, Tunes, and Tales. And I also create a lot of videos for my other channels, for Kairos Learning. And then I got other channels. And I'll put those down in the description if you want to check those out. But this right here is, for me, it's the creme de la creme. It works very, very well. Let me just show you the pricing real quick. I'm on the plus plan, which works perfect for me. 55 videos. And that's 55 videos on a monthly basis that you can create up to 55. So it really works very, very well. You don't run out of credits, much like I did with Flicky. I would run out of credits pretty quickly. Now it depends on what you were doing as far as in Flicky, just like even here, but still, VexHub is very generous, I believe, when it comes to credits, and you're going to see that in just a second after I create this video. So what I want to show you in this particular video is, and I had already mentioned, I have a YouTube channel, Giggle, Tunes, and Tales. And so I create a lot of kids educational videos, different variety of videos. One in particular that I love to create, and it's pretty obvious that my audience loves it, and I can tell based on the views that I'm seeing, how they respond to it, is musical videos that teach children, for example, the adjective, this one right here, all of these videos, but the adjective video, and then I have, other different parts of speech that I teach them, but I teach them by way of music as well as like an adventure. So let me show you how I did that. First and foremost, the other tool that I use, that you're probably familiar with, is called Suno. Love this tool. I don't know what level. I have the paid level for this one, not the free one. And the reason why I wanted the paid level is so that I could use it on the commercial side if I wanted to turn around and sell, which you can. What is it called? DistroKid, I believe that's the site. Yeah, DistroKid, you can actually turn around and sell it. It's a distribution site where you can sell your music. But here I use this a lot for the background music of my kid videos, as well as, in this case, putting together a song. And in this case, it's going to teach children about the different planets. Now, how did I do that? Of course, you would use ChatGPT. Just simply tell it, hey, I want to create, just give it a simple prompt. I want to create a video, in this case, teaching children the different planets. Fun, upbeat video. And you can even ask it for the style. And I won't get into all that. I'll create a whole nother video to show you how I did this over here. But I've already created it. I've downloaded it. So now I'm ready to start building this music video. So I'm going to click create a video. And you have these options here. And the option we're going to use here is the MP3 to video, because it can take a audio file, in this case a music file, and it'll turn it into a video, which is pretty cool. And then we're going to go to step 2 right here. And I want it to be vertical. This is not going to be that long of a video. And so we're going to go to the next step. We don't need a narrator. They do have like narrators in here, but I don't. Every now and then I'll use them. It's mainly really these two here that I tend to use, but in this case we don't need a narrator because the music is going to serve, and you'll see that in just a second as the narration here. So I'm going to click and bring in my music file that I created in Suno, and there it is. And you can even play it if you want to check to see. So, okay, so that's it. Music file is in there. And by the way, if you ever have problems, because I mean, every tool that you use, at some point you're going to run into like a bug. They may have a bug or something. These guys, they actually had a bug about 2 weeks ago. And what I love about VexHub, let me tell you something. They are very, they will respond quick. I reached out to them because I could not, my files would not upload. And at first I thought it was maybe I'm using the wrong browser. So I switched browsers and it still wouldn't upload. So I reached out to them, and I'm talking like within maybe a couple of hours, they responded real quickly and told me that they were working on it. And when they finally fixed it, they reached out again and told me, hey, it's been fixed. And because you told us about this problem, they gave me some more credits. I was like, oh man, I really love this. I love this. So anyway, what I was about to show you is when you import a, notice it says, is the imported file music? If it's music, you want to click yes, because that helps to optimize the results of this music video, and it helps to avoid some bugs. Now, there's still going to be some edits that we'll have to make, and a lot of the edits, in my case, may just be my own preference of things that I want. But so let me show you real quick. I'm going to go to step 5. And here's where you're going to select, you know, whichever, and I love all these different options here. If it's a children's book, you can go with that. Or if it's Pixar, in this case, it's going to be Pixar. But you got a whole bunch of other different options in here that you want to try to play with, by the way. It's pretty cool. And I've actually played with all of them, and they turn, especially the human videos, they turn out great. So I'm going to click Start Generation because I chose Pixar because this is a children's video. And what it's going to do with this music video is going to put everything together. It's reading the words in the song, and it's going to match those words with, it'll match them with pictures. Now, these pictures are static, and in this case, remember, my pictures are going to be Pixar, like 3D animate, well, not animated, but 3D Pixar images. But I can turn around and put those images into, I'll show you another program that I use to animate them. And so I'm going to pause the video and wait until this gets to 100%. Normally it comes up pretty quick. Okay, so now we are ready. Now, the first thing that I do is I always like to just go through and watch the whole video and make sure if it's something in there that, because you know, sometimes AI can do some weird things. You know, people can have 2 hands and, you know, all that kind of crazy stuff. So you really want to go through and make sure before you upload any video you create, you know, that you allow AI to create for you. You want to go through the video and check it to make sure that everything looks right. So let me show you what it looks like.
Blast off high into the sky, zoom through space, come on, let's fly. Ride the ship, don't miss your chance. Let's sing and dance through the planet's dance. First is Mercury, close to the sun, hot and...
Now, so what we can do, let me show you. You still have control over your images. You can actually, like with this one here, if we want to click on it, we can bring in another picture, and I'm going to show you that in just a second. We can actually upload a new one. We can search for a video. Notice the options here: video. We can search images, or we can ask AI to create, whoops, go here, ask AI to create a Pixar image, and you can always just go to ChatGPT and find a prompt that will give you the right kind of image that you're looking for. But let me show you. Let's go back to the first one. It doesn't really matter. Actually, I want to go to this one. And what I can do is right click on this, and I'm going to save that image. And then I'm going to show you a website, another one that I use. Works very well. Now, it only does the 9:16, but we can upload it in here. So we'll upload that in, and then we can generate video. Now, the thing about it, let me turn this lip sync off because I don't want the lip sync to be on. I'm gonna go ahead and click generate video, but the lip sync mode here, basically the character that you saw there before, the little boy, what I did was I turned a static image into an image where the boy could talk. And so that's one of the options that you have, another option that you have for this site called Digen, I should say. Digen is a really, really great tool. It's only, I think I pay like $4.99 a month, like $5 a month or something like that. But it can create, let me show you what I've created so far. These are some of the videos, and I've created static images as well. So it can do, and these are other images that other users on this site have created. So you can create some really cool stuff on here. But like I said, it only does 9:16. 5 seconds, or you can do 10. I think if you do 10 seconds, I think it increases the number of credits. Now I have the ultra version. See how quickly it came out? And see, there's the video. See, that's what I wanted it to do. I didn't want just a still image or static image. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to bring this back over. I'm going to download this. And I'm bringing it right back to where we were. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to upload it. And right here. And it'll bring it in. And then boom. So we can go back in the video. Let's see what that looks like. And technically, you can animate all of these. Because like I said, kids really, they like animated videos. See that? It's pretty cool. So yeah, so all of them can be animated. But like I said, you want to make sure, go through and make sure there's nothing weird looking, in here. Some of these planets really look good. Like Jupiter, that looks good. Saturn with the rings, that looks good. And I don't see a whole lot of pictures that I will change out from what I'm looking at, which is pretty cool. The only one that I see that it kind of looks more like a rock is Mercury. That's the only one that I'm gonna probably end up changing. I'll change it out. I'll create a different picture there, and then I'll animate it. So I'm gonna probably animate just about all of these, but it doesn't take that long. But like I said, it turned out pretty cool. So yeah, so yeah, that's what I wanted to show you about VexHub. I'll put a link down in the description for you Make sure you click on that link. And like I said, if you want to check out my other channels, you can if you're interested in it. If you have kids or if you know somebody that has kids, let them know. Giggle Tunes and Tales is a really fun website that has really blown up pretty quickly. Or it's growing pretty quickly, I should say. It's only been up for about 2 months. All right, so if you have any questions for me, just post them down there. Again, in the comments, please like, share, and subscribe. If you don't mind, I will see you soon in the next video.